What's up, everyone? My name's Crytek N-Bomb, and welcome back to some more Blue Archive. Yeah, got a whole raid to do today. Appeared last night, as per usual, 1 hour before reset. Just got some stuff to do. That being said, though, there's a lot to do, but I feel like I'm gonna do it way too fast. So I was debating if I want to get on sooner, because the only reason to get on now would just be like, let's just talk about some things, or I guess I could uh, do the next one afterwards, because like this is my first time doing gauze in like a long time. I went to check the stream. It was like November 29th was that stream that I did that. The last time I fought gauze was that long ago. That was after the first month of me playing, almost 2 months later even. What's up? I guess I could check the cafe. I'm unsure if I really want to talk about what like happened recently with the JP live stream. I mean, I have my own thoughts on it. After I do everything else, I guess I'll do that. Hate to, I mean, I got some screenshots from when I last fought Gauze, but I didn't even have that many, surprisingly. Okie dokie. Huh. That rarely happens. Toki. Okay, what artist? That's interesting.
いいところだね。気に入ったよ。
Usualness. Don't have that character still. Okay, I'll wait to use that. I thought about using it, but I have a little over 400 after reset. Got normal drop missions, of course, this week, so I stopped doing the event stuff. And, they say they're still talking about it because, I know guys had a lot of engagement, you know? There's this going on over here, you know? Right? But first, let me just focus on the gauze right real quick. Since I can't really get far into it because I'm in field warfare for the first time fighting this boss. I even got like the FAQ prompt when I actually clicked on the screen because I can only start here. Now that I know that I can get power exchange for doing normal, hard, and all that all the way up, and moving forward, I need to do it like that. So I have to start from normal, hard, and very hard to get all the power exchange rewards. So I have to do that first. So you won't really get far unless I just do hard one and go straight to hardcore. But yeah. Part of today's stream, I think Rykal started to do Gauze on insane difficulty at the very least. It is gonna suck on the coin as first, but I gotta do this. I wish that Mog Battle could count towards the Backseating rewards, cause I tried that before. Not in this, cause I didn't think about doing that. I thought about doing that. Now, I feel like if I were to not do any borrows, I think this would have been the team I would have played, because that's the only reason why I checked it out when it appeared last night, just because I wanted to see what teams I could really cook, but like, I don't have that much options. And this one over here, I need to invest in more, but I have to save for Saya, because she's literally next banner. After do all this, I will, I guess, talk about my own thoughts about the that whole situation going on in JP, which, you know, it'll eventually come to us. The thing I'm worried about is it's probably going to appear sooner, and if it happens on the Super banner, I'm probably going to be fucked in some cases. But, it's a pretty unique situation. I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the greatest. I haven't seen his intro in so long. Oh, they're AoE here, right. That might be a problem depending on how that goes. Usually the way I would play that is show the tater first. And Pro loses his hat. Yo, Gauze happens to be one of the boss I really don't like fighting. But that was when I first started, because I was only a little over a month in. It is not fun. Whoa, I just realized that was hard difficulty. Gotta do normal first, so I can get the proxy rewards from the achievement. So I can get up to 600 today. I don't think I'll have to mock battle all of these. Oh wait, yeah. Oh no, it is. Okay, no, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Never mind, I'm stupid. I thought it already on the other one. I keep forgetting. You have to do it back to back. Right. Okay, I'm tripping. Shoots a hole right through his tummy, bro. Did Kuroko get hit by that? It looks like she might not. I'll worry about that when he gets a little bit tankier. It's a team I probably would play if I didn't borrow anybody though, because Shizuko Sosu is enough to like probably do insane for sure. What time is it? 2:19. Yeah, I was unsure if I should have streamed just a tad bit later, because I forgot that this is gonna be like very fast. In this save stream, I also thought about doing the which maybe I should do it, which is the group story. Yes, I wanted that shot. Let me do her. Did I want that one? I do like this though. This is kind of cool. I always like the transition when I remember seeing it before. I thought it looked nice. Oh, wait. I remember how he works. Cause I went back to see how I fought him. I was like, oh yeah, so he appears from right to left. I was like, okay. This part is kind of annoying because of that. That was what made me not like the gods, right? To be fair. Let me just mock battle this one, just because I want to see how much easier is it still. Because that just does so much damage. Whole team's doing pretty well. I feel like it'll take till like extreme before I start to like feel like the boss can at least survive the attack. But I have this feeling I could probably brute force the first phase without really much pushback, potentially. No one's getting hit by that. The boss is already going to die. I don't know if I actually got that screen shot. I had the one I want. Yeah. That'd be funny if I could do that. Okay, I didn't know if they went for different directions. I mean, Hosha is technically just shooting the middle one for some reason. So, it's about the same in easy difficulty, not whatever. So, 223. Not what I expected. Yeah, I probably should. I could have probably gone at like 240 and it's probably been fine. What are the rewards for this? This is fine, I guess. This I'm more excited for. Ligma, always nice. I'm always happy for the Ligma. I think the doll is going to be probably what I'm most excited to get, because getting more of that, I believe I need it for Himari Armed. Getting more of this kind of feels pointless given that I went hard for it for Capade, so getting more obviously not bad. It's just I feel put this towards what I had originally planned to do. I'm definitely need more of those, even though I don't use it as much. But that's even more reason to get it. I don't remember if I got that far in the Grand Assault. In the Total Assault, I managed to get like all the way to here. I think no, is it the last Total Assault? No, the Grand Assault. I managed to get here, right? Never mind. The last Grand Assault that we just did for this Total Assault, I did get to here. And the Grand Assault, I think it was like down here somewhere. I think I was somewhere down here, one of these two. So there's that. I do absolutely love this. I didn't get that much coins because of course I have to get higher to be able to get more. For Total Assault, it does feel like I get a plentiful amount, but it does kind of hurt though in some cases. Now, this thing I can talk about. So, as per usual, everyone was talking and excited to see what the announcement of the Fest units would be for next patch in JP, which will be when Global will start preparing to make, of course, a lot of the creators that talk about their whole Fest roadmap start talking about what banners you should probably skip or pull on before Fest and all of that. As per usual, it does look like it's going to be pretty exciting because I did not expect whether they were going to do a Fest of Pandemonium Society, but I had a good feeling that it was going to be that. Then on top of that, they ended up making Buki and Iroha the Fest units. They definitely could have made Makoto that, but they chose not to, and I think that's great for people that wanted that. And it's great for me, because of course I want Iroha. But, live stream took like a big turn for people that were excited, because then people kept focusing on the, okay, girl, looks good, I'm happy for that. Wilkie, she looks good, right? I'm kind of like unsure how she'll be applied to teams. I still need more info, so I'm probably have to wait till after she releases to see that. But other than, yeah. Yeah, it's what happens after Chris, you already know. Usually I don't pay attention to a lot of shows as much, but I wanted to take a look, you see. Wait for something more summarized, but then I haven't heard anything, so I had decided to, I guess, check some people along the way. I mean, it's fine, we still got time before it hit global. There's a good chance that they're gonna probably implement at least the actual change. It's a good chance they're going to do it just before, rather than just after. But who knows? They're not gonna be able to change when Fox Squad appears, since of course the change that happens when Fox Squad releases is when the whole game gets like a whole revamp on the UI and stuff. But yeah, the other thing that's a problem that I heard so many arguments about was the whole gacha change 5.5 years into the game. I do think that is strange. We go from the Spark system to a pity 50-50. A lot of people, there's more people arguing against it than people arguing for it, but like I've seen people argue for it, but they don't really give enough information on that, because the stuff I hear about is very conditional. It's very conditional, because now we get like a 50-50 on a 100 pull, and if you lose it, you have to go to 200. This is only assuming you don't get the feature before it, of course, but you get the featured that you're pulling for, then the pity resets. And that's what people argued about the most, because it can and it will affect you if you get too unlucky or if you get unluckily lucky. You could pull a decent amount on a banner and be punished for going far above 100 when you lose the 50-50 for two characters. For a single character, it's going to probably be an improvement, at least in my opinion, because it just, the way that I pull on banners, it's probably not going to be that big of a problem. So far, when I pull for like one character, it's going to hurt more if you get unlucky, though. If you get unlucky with this new change to the gacha system, it's going to be worse than the Spark system, because the Spark system gives you a stopping point, a safety net to pretty much get whatever character that you want, and be fine with that. It's the new gacha change is going to make it harder to get students in like the form of just getting copies of them. It is going to be harder to get that, and then being able to get both students within like 200 pulls is going to be even harder because you have to do 2 coin flips. I've experienced 5 years of Genshin Impact with a coin flip. I can tell you it's down to luck. And that's all it is. People try to put statistics down and probability, and I'm telling you, it's all luck. I've seen worse from others, but for me, I've won most of my 50-50s throughout the time. But I've also watched people go on 50-50 loss streaks for months. And the worst I think I've seen was like 8 50-50 losses in a row. Made someone quit, actually. So there is like reason why there's like uproar about the 50-50 pity system, because your chances are effectively the same every time you pull on it. It's like when I talked about, the fact that you can pull for a, regular student, or you could choose to skip them and hope that you spook them. But the chance to get every single one of these characters in the standard pool is the exact same. So you can theoretically not get them at all as much as you can actually get spooked by them. So that's the same for the 50-50. You can punch down numbers all you want, but at the end of the day, it is down to your own luck. If you get unlucky, you get unlucky. If you get lucky, you get very lucky. But the middle ground is what's going to be the punishing part of the new system. Just because if you go too far after getting unlucky, it could punish you in some cases if you wanted to pull for 2 characters. But now I saw the rebate system that they, have more info on. You can get like 40 pulls back, so it's more like 160 to get a single character rather than 200. And in that case, it can be even better for a single banner, but for 2, it still kind of depends on your luck. I still feel like, because I don't want to like make people like more afraid of it, but it's still kind of like something to keep in mind. It's not something you can really plan around. It's more of a gamble. That's what the 50-50 system is. You're gonna be gambling more rather than having a safety net. You're going to spend more on average if you get unlucky. But when you get lucky, you're going to experience what is favorable about the new system. Because in Blue Archive with the fast banner, with the 6% rate up and all that, you can get pretty lucky. And when you have those moments of getting pretty lucky, it's going to benefit the system to some cases. But if you were to get unlucky, it can feel a lot worse, because while you're getting more chances to get, the students that you want or hope to get, because the 50-50 can definitely help with that, in the case that you just get a lot of 3 stars and then have the 50-50 as well, it does feel like it'll add up pretty well if you get lucky. If you get unlucky, again, that safety net is not there. It's going to hurt. If you feel like you have to spark and you somehow still don't get the student, which is always going to be possible. But of course, this may not apply to everyone because everyone's luck is different. Sometimes you can try to crunch the numbers and put it towards a specific person, and it may be able to help that person, but it's not going to help everyone. The fact that it's going to disappear. Yeah, the pity doesn't carry over. The only thing I've heard, and the way that was explained for that, is that regular and the limited, I feel like it's the fest as well, I assume. It has its own separate specific spark, well not spark, but like, the system, I forgot what it was called already, but the spark charge that has its own little build out for it, because they're getting rid of the recruitment points entirely. And it's going to just be a meter and a halfway checkpoint. Just made it Arknight's Enfield. Yeah, getting rid of it is going to hurt because the only benefit I could see to it having that type of system or something like that and it disappears is like if you're pulling for a regular banner and you, like me for example, go to 100. This 100 that I've done for the banner, this won't disappear if I pull on another regular banner, like this regular pickup recruitment. But you can't do this for limiteds, and it's gonna feel worse to do it for a fest banner because like you probably should just finish it out. But for limited, it's gonna suck because it would have to be a scenario where you're only going for one and you want to save the rest of it for another character. But because you can't do that through all these alternative separate banners, it makes it a little bit worse in some cases. Like I guess that'd been too powerful, but it needs to be a safety net somewhere. Because like a lot of people gave like a good argument for like the regular equipment. I saw that. I saw the benefit in that. That was probably one of the main things I saw the benefit for. Makes it to where gambling at the 100th pull for the 50/50 on the regular banner makes it feel worth it. And you can plan around that. But for a limited banner, you're usually trying to get one or both characters because they're not going to come back for a year. And reruns are not too looked upon favorably in this game compared to like Genshin that reruns, characters more often. I would just hope my pulls are good. I'll go gun. Yeah. I have to change my pull player because I already knew Uniformera was gonna be in the next fest. But now I really want Iroha. I really want her badly. And then maybe Buki. If the pulls, go well, that is. That situation is going to be very scarce because it's a situation where I would have to pull more than I would need to save for. It's just going to suck. Because like I said, the new system for the 50/50 is strictly made to make you want to pull more. It's just really what it is. Some people try to argue against it with statistics, but that's not going to matter. It's not going to help the average player at all. You'll think that it is, but it's just not something you can throw in a probability and it be something that will happen. It's a situation that's conditional. If you win the first 50/50, you can guarantee a single student at around 300 pulls at its absolute worst, which that's assuming you lose the next 50/50, right? That's assuming you're pulling for two characters. So in some cases, I can see the benefit there. One character banner is still going to probably be the best that I can see from the new system if you're pulling for one character. It's just fest banner is the biggest problem. It really relies on you to get lucky. If you don't get lucky, it's going to be worse than the Spark system. You won't have that safety net. I've seen the use of the Spark system save a lot of people because I've watched like a lot of pull sessions from people on different YouTube channels. Some people would have theoretically struggled to get both characters without the Spark system because that has happened for people quite often. I was a bit surprised by that, to be honest. But I am a little bit worried. For how this new system develops over time because I said this in one of the comment sections of someone's video. People don't see it now, but it will hurt limited banners a lot over time. If they decide to make characters really want to be paired together more often than not, and you can't get both of them, it is going to feel bad because limited banners in this game, everyone says that it takes a year for it to rerun. I mean, Genshin has like characters that, take a year to rerun, but the difference is for characters that release during a certain patch cycle, big long patch cycle, like half a year or so, more. I forget the actual number. They always get rebranded before you go to the next region. But this game, hard to say. Kind of hard to say. It does make me a bit worried. I definitely want to believe that the system can benefit people depending on how you like to pull on banners, but it's gonna definitely hurt the bottom line of people that spend a little bit but not too much. People that spend a lot are gonna benefit from the rebate system, so on and so forth. But yeah, just thought I'd talk about this a little bit. There's definitely more I probably forgot to mention though, but that's basically what I think about the system, is that it's good if you get lucky on average, but it's worse if you get unlucky. Like even half the time, it will be worse. So you got to defer it how which you will. Now I feel I should pull right now. I thought about doing that, but ooh, I'm close to that. Part of me is unsure. I keep thinking about it. A part of me is unsure if I want to change my mind and wait to post Saya first, then do the relationship story stream. And now I have the Momotech at 46. Makes me a bit worried. But I don't know. I do really want a Wild Hunt student. Total area 120. Ship 10, 155 students. Huh. Oh, I'm getting close to this. I guess we are getting closer to my 1 year, which was, I think, October 11th or 12th. I have to check it again. That was when I had first started playing this game. So, yeah. I also thought about making a JP account, but I don't know if I want to. A part of me kind of does. I want to see firsthand how that gacha system works. But I still end up watching a video of like people that are experiencing it. I'm expecting it to go exactly how I'm expecting it to. Some people will probably win 1 or 2 50-50 back to back. There'll be people that win once, lose the other, which I prefer that scenario than losing once and then gambling the second one, because it is and will happen to somebody. You will lose both of them, and you have to go the max amount. Then it won't feel different from the old system, some people say, but like at the same time, you are going to feel like you need to spend more because of that situation. So it really just depends on your luck, more than before, where you had the safety net and you knew what you were pulling for and you knew what you were getting. It really does suck. Thinking about it, I keep forgetting not get those. I probably should get that. I wanted to check for something else. Oh, I forgot these were even down here. Fishing, bounty. Huh. I'm gonna get this today, I think. Yeah, I should get this today. Huh. Kage, don't want to think about that. I'm not looking forward to when this guy appears. It's the only boss in the game I haven't fought yet. And I know I'm not ready for it. I keep hearing Paragodzilla is gonna end up appearing as a Grand Assault, and I don't want that, but that's what I keep hearing about. But yeah. Had at least 30 5-star students. Oh. At least have 140. Oh, right, because a lot of them are welfare students that I'm not going to raise. I wonder how long it'll take me to get that. Wow, I'm that close? I might be able to get that actually. Well, I think. It says to 10 though, so maybe not. I mean, actually, when I pull for sale, I think I'll be able to reach that. Oh, this, right. Do I get this today as well, or was that just events that I get this? I forget. I haven't bothered doing the mission stuff. I still wonder if I should do that. Still, before Foxglove, depending on how the post for sale go. I want to assume that I probably should do it though, because maybe I should try to spark one of them. Because I should, if I do the last little bit of the mission grind, I think I'll be able to do that. This assumes if I get, say, within 100 pulls, though, or at the very least 130, maybe 150 in that range. Can't really say the least if I pull more than that. Not something I could really think about if it was the newer system, because that is going to suck more. It is going to suck a lot more. I am worried about that. I wonder how people are thinking about it nowadays, or right now with the gacha change. Because there's more uproar. Some people are in the right mind, but I don't know. To reach the voice of a company, just kind of like posting everywhere isn't going to help if you're not all unified in a certain area. But still justified to do what you gotta do. The only thing you can do is just be more loud. But if you don't do it the right way, you're gonna need more bodies at that point and hope that you don't get punished for it. But as far as I heard, I don't know if they're gonna do anything. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm a little bit worried about that. Like here. Oh yeah, today I had refreshed, and I'm probably gonna do it every day this week for the normal drops. You know, normal mission double drop. I'm going to keep doing that this week. Just refresh by AP 3 times because it only takes 90. I realize I actually get more back than I actually spend, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of it. I already did a decent amount already of grinding, but I'm still farming the heart missions alongside it, so I'm using more AP. Just overall, that's why I'm relying on it more. But the suits are looking pretty okay for the most part. Originally I want to try how it gets Gauze for its save, but I'm pretty sure that boss does explosive damage. I forget though, but I think I was already able to start doing this. I still don't know if I want to raise it, but I probably should because it's humans on this regard here. Oh. Did I use this for somebody else? I don't remember. Interesting. I know I did this over here. About this to T8. By the way, it says is it fire right now. How is Bleach Brave Souls? Well, I don't really pay attention to how the community is doing, but I want to assume it's fine if you're having a banner that guarantees a 5-star every temple, which is crazy to me. Still grinding on there. It takes a long time to grind the free-to-play currency, just like in Blue Archive. There's that stuff I have to do. That's story content, but it's, of course the other content that gets a lot of orbs and things. I mean, game. I don't really know how to phrase this, but I stopped playing it twice. My PS4 account was over 2 years old. I feel like it's still the same game. It's just, I guess the gacha is more fun now. So I can't really give a good confirmed decision on that. I don't know about the other stuff because maybe there's something else I missed. But the game can be fun, but once you reach a wall, it's not going to be as fun because the end game in that game is the even though I guess there is the raise, but it feels like it's the guild stuff with other players because they have guild quests and have their own type of content there, and that stuff is like really difficult. It requires specific characters. It's really hard. I don't know if anything changed there because I haven't seen it in a long time. But I heard there was a newer difficulty, but I don't know. I haven't played in a long time. The game itself can be fun though. Just kind of depends on how you feel when you get to like the end game portion. It doesn't take quite as long to get there as Blue Archive, but yeah. Play PvP got cooked many times and left. The PvP area is definitely toxic in Bleach Brave Souls. It is very toxic. Just like how it can be in any gacha, to be honest. But they have a PvP system. It does not feel great, that's for sure. Oh, I can do that. Damn, I have to save that for sale. Yikes. I'm wondering if I should raise this for goes. Maybe not bring it to 10 like I can here. But I could probably bring it to 7. But I can't do that yet. Oh, right, I forgot about that. I guess I'm fine with that if I could do the 7. Yeah, I can do that. It does suck for that though. This one is still this, which is fine, I guess. You know, when that new gacha system comes into Blue Archive, it is gonna make people have to use a Ligma more. But to be honest, I've watched like most of the account reviews. I'm like, no one's actually given like a good enough explanation for why you should save a mess ton of a Ligma. I do think you should save some to some extent, and I get that part, but like saving like over 5,000 or over 4,000, I feel like is too much. Unless you're simply trying to go to UE60 on a character, which I've seen people just sit there and hoard their resources and rely on, you know, farming a character to get their elves and whatnot. I think that's fine for farming elves, but for the character that you can't farm elves for and you have to rely on spooking them, now you're gonna need to use that Ligma more. It's just something to keep in mind of. Like with Race and Magical, I'm probably not gonna pull. I mean, I am gonna pull the next time I come back just for like Suzume, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it for Risa just to get copies of her. Because by then, now we have the gacha system. It might feel pretty punishing. So I'd rather rely on the spook that gives less Ligma, so it's less elves. So it's gonna feel worse over time, I guess, on that. The only time it'll probably feel good to get dupes will probably end up being Fest Banner. But yeah, I saw I could do this recently. Right now, my plan was to get Hottie Camp's hairpin higher, but I'm wondering if I should focus on saving a good bit of it back. I'm still thinking about it, which was also working on her, but now I gotta think about another student. But I do want to raise that soon. I also thought about doing this, which is important. But also, what did I use the watch on? Did I use the watch on somebody? Because I remember I had enough to get this, but now I don't. I guess maybe it's because of the boxes. Maybe that was why, but I can't remember. Okay, I guess it's fine then. I wonder how people are gonna be thanks to that fest banner though. For me, everyone would be talking about, oh, now you need to start getting a lot of Gehenna mats. I mean, I'll do that. But I only have like maybe 2 students I really care about building. That's Iguki and Iroha if I get both of them. Because the limited, that's going to be the 100 free pulls. I can't really say I'm going to be really static about that. Because after seeing the cause for Makoto, I don't care. I'm not building that one if I ever get her. So I would have to pull for Satsuki. And if I pull for Satsuki, then I have to think about when I'll get to use her rather than when should I build her. Because like I feel like I don't really need her right now. But it'll be nice to have her. That type of situation. But I don't really care if I don't get her either. So I only have 2 students at best from the newer ones to get. But the fest hitter is going to have, from there on it. And I absolutely do not want to skip her. It's going to feel terrible. My tech notes are not the greatest for where my account is at because the way I used to use them in the past, to be honest. I used to craft a lot, so I used to have more yellows in every area, but got rid of a lot of them. For Gana, I don't have much of it. I have some here, but the reason why I said this Gana ones for the purples are not that good is because I remember using some of them with some characters, and now I wanted to work on Dress Aru. Still feel like I should still do that despite the Gehenna push going on. I am very excited that Gehenna is getting a main story. Despite the new guts being put to the game, I can understand why players want to quit the game over the gacha system. Because, believe it or not, people are fatigued of the 50-50 pity on like every gacha. That made me appreciate what's going on Bleach Brave Souls a lot more. And of course, I know about the system with Nikkei. I've known about it for a while, but I've never actually played the game yet. That itself, I'm still debating when I want to do that. Cause I still feel like it's going to be a matter of when I do it. Cause I feel like I do want to play that. But yeah. Blu-rays looks weird looking like this, but I mean, it's fine. Gehenna, I don't have a lot of them. I feel like I haven't really been focusing Gehenna in such a long time. But it's fine. It's just not like super low, but still super low. If I want to get multiple Gehenna students, that is going to suck one way or another. Should probably use this, but I kind of just like waiting until I really need to use that. Even though I can't get like a specific luxury gift, it will be nice to use that. I wonder if one day I'm going to be forced to use this. I don't really feel like using it though. I feel like it's a nice possession to just have, since it is technically ours. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's already 3 o'clock. Would you look at that? Oh, there we go. Surprised it let me go all the way to that screen. I thought it would just do it on the black screen, but okay. I'm still unsure if I want to do the group story. I keep thinking about doing it, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to save it for its own stream. But I don't know when that own stream is going to be. On one hand, I do have an idea as to where I could use it at. Maybe when I do the heart mission stream, I could do it in that stream. It'd be fun to do it in that stream. But I'll have to like do the story before I even do the heart missions, because the heart mission is gonna take me a long time to go through them all in the same stream. That's like a guaranteed 6 hour stream, damn near, I think. But yeah. Wow, I don't normally get to see Rio at that angle, because the sea usually moves by, but like, holy. Anyways. Yeah. Wondering how people are thinking about the system right now. Because a lot of people say like how bad it is, but sometimes they're not even talking about the benefit that the 50/50 has. But that being said, it's still going to be overall worse than the current Spark system when it comes to the worst case scenario. Or even semi worst case scenario, not even worse, because that safety net is a big deal. People are saying, I did hear people say that the game Stellasora has a system that has both the Spark and the Pity system, or that sounds like basically what I would have hoped Blue Archive did if they were going to do this. But this was their decision. Obviously, it seems like they're doing it, obviously, because they want to get more money in a very specific way. And it is definitely predatory. It just is what it is. I've already heard like some whales say that they're probably going to stop spending if this gets implemented. I'm like, damn. That's funny to hear that. Makes you wonder. But yeah, people are very fatigued of the 50/50 system because people have experienced the lows of the probability that shouldn't be possible, but it somehow happens to people. And I mean, the same could be said for the Spark system. I'm not gonna say it can't happen, but you have a higher chance of it not happening as much when you play around the Spark system to get the benefit out of a semi worst case scenario. But sometimes you'll find yourself still going to 400 if you end up doing that. And to that I say that is pretty unlucky. I can't say this though, I have watched people, I've even watched Dynamos, which is even crazier. I have actually watched to do a pull session on stream, go to 200 without a single 3-star proccing. But even that, I would have preferred that scenario than a 50/50/50. Because if you get unlucky, it's going to be punishing. And if you get too lucky, well, it's going to feel really good. But if you get semi-unlucky, it's going to be even more punishing if you win too late. It definitely feels like that. Do I want to check through all these like I normally do? Cause that's why I started doing all over again. Let's see. I do kind of want to do it because I want to get Nuggets to 20. I do want to focus the Gehenna section. I'm going to focus it even more throughout the time leading up to Fest. But I'll occasionally look through this for the soda suit that are not 20 that I want at 20. I mean, I could try to get her to 20. But maybe it'll depend on where. Kisaki. I'll do this. It brings me one step closer. Oh, the Mika one is tempting. Holy. Wow, she's appearing a lot today, isn't she? Mr. Sandwich. Okay. You exist, alright. Okay, reset. I could do the other two for Mika, or I could do this, which I kinda want to do. Oh well. Hello, I exist is kind of funny. Okay. This. Do these things. Last week I was at with my friends at the festival and it tasted like onions. Okie dokie. Do I use the refresh here? Probably. Wait, I know who you are. Calvin, who are you talking about? The guy who set that IP. I can't even remember. Was it the guy from last stream that was sending something, or was it something else and I'm just missing the point? Cause I forgot. Oh, so it was the guy from last time. Huh. So you tell me this is like the person's second account now? His name's straight in the game. Wow, I finally got some of those. But getting that as a purple did not matter as much. This might be the last time I farm this, because I need to farm Gehenna, so I'm probably going to have to come back over here. Yeah. Well, since you say the same guy, I guess I know what I have to do though. Wow, one of each. I guess it's better than missing the 2/3 of it. And then there is this. I've been focusing this just to get T5 stuff. Now I'm wondering if I should change my approach on that. I also changed this to this so I could get the stickers and the hairpin here for this. I got another one to get the hairpin so I can get more of it. Thinking 10 here. Yep. And here. I think that's how I'll actually do it. Do this. Okay. Oh yeah, I grabbed the 300 right. Okay, that's fine. 10 more per day there. Now we do. I would say, how much can I actually get with this amount? It is 10 more. Interesting. I could do 10 T9, 10 T8, 10 T10 if I wanted to do that. I don't know if I want to do that though, but I really need this and I need this. Kind of want to focus T9 and T8 a bit. I could get T5 and T6 from doing T8. Yeah, I feel like farming T8 and T9. That's fine. 50 is enough to get a T9 equipment from it. So I'm getting close to enough to get 2 watches with this. And then I could get that. Think of farming T9 more. I also get T7 here. Nice, that's alright. Nice. This is okay. Okay. This is great. Right. Necklace. Alright, T7 necklace. Right. I do need that. Oh my goodness. Getting that hairpin, yeah, I need to farm T9 more. Now, with the amount that I've done, I could already, like, use the hairpin on someone I want to get T9 on. So I'm probably going to do that for Camp Hare, but I'm still debating if I should wait. Just like how I still don't have enough of the T8 for this at the moment. Oh, I do. Oh, because the box is right. I keep forgetting. Okay, now I do. Now I do have enough. I can only do T8 for that if I really wanted to. She's the only character right now I'm willing to give the watch in the hat to. Other than, I guess there is also, where's she at? I don't know, she at 70. Right, she's at 70. There is this one I'll probably give it to, because I'm going to end up needing more investment on her regardless over time. I do intend to bring her to 90. I'll probably do it after Seiya though. But I say that like I'm not going to get a fast shooter, but there's a chance I probably won't. So if that happens, then it happens. I refuse to skip Seiya. That is the opportunity cost. I have Legged Bear here. That sucks about me pulling for Camp Hottie like I did, but pulling with 100 puts me in an interesting spot, because like if I get lucky with Seiya, then things can change. Oh, I can get this? Oh right, because okay. Oh right, I probably was T7 for this, right? Okay, I forgot. I do want to do that. But Seiya also has the necklace, so I don't want to do that. Wait till I use it for her, because the only other one I would give it to is probably Kisaki. It's like the only one I'm willing to give it to, actually. For the chain necklace, right? Right. Forgot. Never mind. If it was for T8, yeah, but I forgot T7. Maybe I should do it, yes. Could do this, though. That wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it sucks as I need this for somebody else at the moment. Otherwise, I would do this. I would do this. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer before I could do it for Kisaki, it looks like. The striker suits are definitely going to need it so that they can survive. Kisaki needs it for the transfer of stats. I'm also debating if I want to give this to Kay. I kind of want to. But I don't know if I'm going to do it in this stream. I don't technically need to do this yet. I'll probably end up with enough so I don't have to waste the bonuses in the first place over time. So I guess it kind of like depends, I guess you could say. But for the Gauze raid, it would be nice to max it just because I want to max it. I think it looks nice. Max it at 10. I've seen like investment levels on other accounts that are stronger than me. Like T9 seems to be enough across the board for a lot of students that usually don't have that much survivability issues. K has to be one of them. Mario Pop Auto seems to be another, but I felt like getting her to 10 because I wanted it. The thing that sucks here is I don't have enough for that. But I could 10 another one if I wanted to, but things just haven't really went my way for that. The thing I'm torn on is that I'm close to this. I might do this for her, but some people say you don't really need that. T9 seems to be enough, apparently. So I'll think about that. I also heard this might be good as well. And I don't see a problem with doing this, to be honest. This I also don't see a problem with, but because of Seiya, I kind of want to wait before I do it. I don't have problems surviving with her because I don't have, I don't have the content that she would need to like be more tanky for her. Yeah. So for other characters, it just kind of depends. Even though I want to do it, I have to wait. Anyways, go ahead and do this first before I do this. Oh wait, I could do it while doing this, actually. Do this. Hopefully that wasn't too bad to press the button there. It might have been. Yeah, it might have been. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's been an hour long, yes. Well, that was already to be expected. Do I do this? I believe it was this. Do this. Okay, everything seems better there. Okay. I did not know whether or not it was loading. Okay. Holy. Throat feels dry. Oof. I wonder if my account started to do gauze on tournament. I doubt it, but something I'm thinking about. Yeah, and this takes a while to load. I mean, I guess this is what I get though, because I probably should have waited until I was about loaded through in a cafe. Because I did this, it's gonna probably take a little bit to catch its bearings. That's just kind of what it is. Okay, at least this is almost finished loading though. Oh, okay. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer. There we go. Makes me a bit sad because this took longer to load. Still taking long to load. I guess I'll have to check it later. Check over here. Oh, it keeps reappearing a lot, and so are you. Not that I hate it. It will appear very often because of the furnishings. Still don't own Saki though. Maybe one day that will change. Makeup of the swimsuit is in the next area. Okay. I've watched someone that you can invite the same person to both the cafes and get like the actual relationship level increased through that for both, which is nice to see that. I'm probably still gonna do it the other way where you're just like inviting one at a time, but it's nice to see that at the very least. There's a lot of students I still want to get the 20, but I don't know if I'm going to commit to it. How about the one that are close to 20 again? I got Chocolataire to 20, even though I really pushed for it. Mew is almost there. I've been debating if I wanted to get her there. Probably want to get Koharu there, but I'm not in a rush to do that. Coco Dress, Simirai, Kazu. Yeah, as we get further down, some of these it kind of depends. Like Maki, I do want to get the 20 just because it would just help her HP. Shoko cycling as well. Himari Armed, which I don't know why I left it that low. Not too well. If Porazilla is coming up, I'm pretty screwed for it, so probably don't know if I care about doing that right now. I may have time to save. Usually trading mats is gonna depend on how it goes for sale because I don't have the credits for it. Oh, Kana swimsuit I definitely need more of. I do need to get that higher. Kirihara, which I guess I will do actually.
十分な時間と予算があったら、私もこういう空間を作りたいです。
Bunny. The bunny girl. Toki. At least she's a regular student. I wish I could get her, but it all depends on the odds if I do.
十分な時間と予算があったら、私もこういう空間を作りたいです。
Need to see how much is left. From 5 to 10. Okay. It's not that bad. I don't know if I'm still going to commit to that outside of like this. How much was that? 3? I could do the cat blocks. Probably the only thing left I'm willing to do it for though. That Said I probably need to use it for Hoshino, but then I just remembered they're all over 20 already on relationship level. So might be fine if I use that.
雲一つない晴れた空。日差しが眩しいですね、先生。
That's fine.
皆さん自由ですね。
5? Okay. I want to save that. I don't know when I'll decide to use that. It really depends. I kind of don't want to do it yet. Anyways, I guess that's just about everything, right? So, only thing left to do is the total assault. I think I might wait to grab the task and do it later. But before I start this, let's check this one more time. So you're saying Mr. Sandwich is the, did that. If you think so, then I'll just do this. Alright. There we go. Felt like doing that.
雨が降ったらこれで。
Now let's finish up the rest of the stream. The stream is not really going to be that long to begin with.
規模とすで行われる様々な事件の数々を
I'm very
シャーレ
hard.
に担当してほしいのです。
Hold on. I need to make sure. Went hard, very hard. I don't think I actually finished the ticket out. Let me double check. That's why I didn't want to pick up them already. But now I have to go check it. So I guess I'm doing this then.
もう解決されたんですか?
Kabina, Shakira, Kaiten Hieronymus, Kaiten Parazilla, Hyde, Gregorius, Gauze, Field Warfare. Okay, we're on hardcore. Extreme insane. Okay. Yeah, I figured.
そうい
Shipping,
うことですね。
shipping. We are
お待ちしており
indeed
ました。先生。
on hardcore because we did the first 3. Right. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Between this and extreme, that both should be incredibly easy still for me to do. Insane, I wonder if it's gonna be super easy. I might like do 2 different runs. I want to do one run using my Shizuko substitute just out of spite to see how I do. I was forced to raise her level a little bit just to make her shield just a little bit better, so I don't have to waste Hyaku mats. But it is what it is. Otherwise, I was thinking about wasting them just for her to see how it goes, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I went for that. Okay. Well, that's fine. Anyways. When these enemies are like start off to take a few hits, it's going to feel bad. I'm not even gonna hold you.
私はここにいます。
I I'm gonna do it without doing the full charge. I think by itself is probably enough to kill him. There we go. Also, she got pushed from that. Wait, it even damaged? She wasn't in the red field though. Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna have to move her. That's something. Okay. I didn't think I would have to move her there.
規模とすで行われるさまざまな事件の数々をシャーレに担当してほしいのです。
Honestly, I think with the team I have, I still think I could do insane pretty easily. But I'm gonna do 2 separate runs in mock battle just to see how much of a difference Shaksuguka actually ends up feeling. If it's just survivability or does he help actually clear faster. I might not really see a big enough difference, and it might just be a torment diff to be honest, but still want to see it. There will be a pretty easy clear. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing this out of spite now. I'm like, protect them! But like, I don't think it's gonna do anything. Wait, is it actually still going to appear? If it's not, I'm gonna do this then. Okay, we're good. Wish I could have knocked him down, but I guess that's fine. Go over here. So you can shoot this guy, or... I mean, it's still pretty easy. I wonder what happened if I tried to like hyper buff Iris to actually clear it fast enough. I wonder. I don't know if it'll be enough though. You know I'm not keeping this, let's be honest. What the fuck? He turns green? You know what? Fine. I always have to like make the thumbnail for the next time I fight him if I'm actually trying to consistently do the same, right? Let's... Yeah, he does do explosive damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I can't use Campana if I wanted to. Try it with Shiriko Sosu with the mock battle. Now I have to see this man. Brother looking like the Hulk? No. Is that what we're getting at? Are we gonna say he just looks like a poltergeist or something? Bro had no pupils. Feels kind of weird seeing him green like this though. 200 is a big jump, I feel like. That is quite a big jump, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, is not gonna be easy. I do have to say, I might need that shit sooner rather than later. I can't risk that. Well, I still got hit. Wow. Yeah, Yuka is definitely more important, I feel like. Okay, it didn't get hit. Yeah, it is going to suck. I finally arrived. How does being that far up is a bit scary. She still got hit by that? What? Oh, and then at 100 he goes to a face change. Bro is green. It looks so strange. It looks so strange. Anyways, this is not gonna be easy. Okay. That's fine. I expected this. That was why I did the mock battle first. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So I am gonna have to borrow her and then use a stronger support, which might like even out like the health bar difference, to be honest. So, well, I already know what I'm replacing because we're replacing a tank for another tank. I thought I had a screenshot of her, but I remembered that I accidentally deleted the image for that, so I'm sure someone has her borrow, right? Yeah. Man, do you even need this special vest for her? She's probably gonna be more than fine here. This. I don't know if I need to use real hurt. Shield might be strong enough, to be honest. Like to just tank it without me having to move everyone. If that's the case, I might do this. It wouldn't be bad to use armed in here though. I wonder how that would work, but I really wanted her too, and I had to skip her for Kisaki because I did not know where else I could use her other than this fight, and then maybe one other thing. There was niche things I did, like try her with Gabora and the skill content rate, which was funny, but given how things turned out, I think I'm going to do this, and then maybe this. Three costs. Okay. Being all of those screenshots, but man, being full on green is so strange. I mean, it looked different from the they end up so far away. Why? We're gonna need to hope that the train did not like do damage to us. Okay, that's actually just enough, actually. Holy. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. I didn't play that very well, to be honest. I probably have to wait a bit longer. Now I'm gonna play this right. Yeah, I have to like delay it. It is definitely possible though. At least that makes me happy. Yeah? I can make a pretty hard thumbnail with that. I'm not gonna hold you. But actually, Yuka, I could throw them all the way close enough to the boss that it actually goes towards it. Oh no! I have to like be faster, but I don't like that iris goes up. That was like the worst situation possible. I should have known that that could happen. Okay. I didn't. I thought I had just enough time. I can't sit there and buff for long enough. Or, I'm probably gonna have to delay the use of the shield for Yuka in some cases. Like in the beginning, I probably should use it when I actually need to. This one's about to go. Let me do this. Okay, oh, this is almost dead. That is cool. Alright. I have just enough time just to do this though. Well, not enough time for that though. I thought I could just even it out, but no, it took too long. I can see this being possible though, at the very least. I can see a clear that is possible. But since this is like a boss I'm not really familiar with, I've only fought it at the beginning of me playing this game, it's kinda hard to say. Why, Kuroko, why? Why are you going over there? Oh no. Honestly, it might be better just to do this. Do this. Nope, the boss is focusing on this. That's cool. That's cool. That's interesting. When it's Hoshino armed, she like stands in front of the boss and the boss focuses her. In this case, like, I'm noticing that Yuka goes like way to the side. She doesn't stay forward, which I don't particularly like that. Maybe the place where I put her probably matters a bit, but this happens, and why did this happen? I don't understand. Maybe I need Rio. I can do this in the meantime though. but it doesn't feel good. Actually, you know what? No, don't do that. It still hits them though. Huh. I have to like really delay the big charge when playing her. That's really interesting. So I feel like I should wait before doing it and do this. Yeah, it really does feel like I have to do that. Ugh. Okay, that was too delayed. That's fine. I will do this. If Alice just wasn't that far up, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But since she goes that far up, it's hard to say whether she'll survive this. Alright, do this. Do this. Yeah, he's in the middle. What? Wait, you tell me that can happen? At least it's possible. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna roll with that. So what just happened is that the ball hit Iris and it canceled her attack. So that's cool. That's cool. I didn't think it was gonna be that RNG dependent. At least it looks possible. So I know what we're going to be getting ourselves into then. You know what sucks? I have to do this every day. That's going to feel worse than I thought. This is going to feel pretty bad. Maybe I'll retry to... I don't know if I want to do that, because like, I swear I feel like Tracucus Shield is going to matter so much here. At least I don't have to like refight it. I'm debating whether Rhea would be a good option rather than Nagisa swimsuit. It's hard for me to use Alice in this case, but I kind of want to try it still. Because like moving around too much ends up wasting more time. If all else fails, I could just press lobby and then change the team. It definitely feels like I need to do this in the beginning though. For sure. Pick them up. Okay, that works in my favor. Do this. Now I'm gonna need to do this, unfortunately. Why is Croco in front? Ooh. Do this. K being in front doesn't bother me as much, to be honest. Are you kidding me? That's fine. It is not fine. Yes. That's a kg of caffeine. Yeah. I didn't even have to do this yet, but I chose to. Oh shit. Okay, we're good, we're good. Now we gotta plan for the next big attack. Oh, I forget that it's like that. Yeah. I could have done better. I feel like I have to like plan it very carefully. I do feel like I need to plan it carefully. No, I'm just kidding. I should probably do this. Which side is it on? Okay, it's on that side. Pair the team. And then just kind of wait it out. And then do this. Okay. It got into phase change this fast? Huh. That's so strange. Like, I feel like I just hit it, but you know what? It's fine. Technically, we could stay right here in the middle. Do this. But we can't stay here when the lights appear. So that was pretty good. But now... That's a no. Let's wait. Should be able to survive this attack. Now here, I need to do this again. Do this. Then do this. There we go. Okay. Not too bad. Now, given how long it took me to do it, if I were to play exactly like that, would I have enough time in tournament? I at least want to see how much of a difference it is. It probably is a lot. But gosh, I'd have to do that. I have to do this like every single day this week because it's total. So, well, I guess it is what it is. Hey, at least we did it. Got a feeling I could do it. I won't be able to even think about doing like a lunatic difficulty until like I played, had my account for at least 2 years. That's when you can start thinking about lunatic, given how much investment you need for it. Torment, I feel like I'll be strong enough to do Torment by the next anniversary. Like by next anniversary. So basically next fest winter. I do feel like I could start being able to do it. Probably not comfortably, but I should be able to start being strong enough to do it. I want to see how big of a difference it is. It goes from 200 health bars to what? Okay, let's just do this. I forget I should just do that. Now imagine it's this one because borrowing a 4-star would be fine enough for Insane probably. It's probably still strong enough for Insane. This would probably strong enough for Insane. But since I wouldn't be able to borrow this if I had to fight this boss a second time, it's not good in her favor. But let's see if it's even good enough for this. I have this feeling it might not be. Gauss is probably going to kill my Short to Terror, so I probably would need another teammate entirely. I wish I could use Kirari, but that's not an option either. If I were to imagine that, I probably wouldn't be able to do it and I had to rely on whatever I have here. I could do a double tank strategy, or probably not, because that would assume that my arm is strong enough to survive, which she probably isn't. At least I want to assume. So maybe I would need to rely on a character that could actually lower bosses' DPS or damage towards us, which that could also be something I would do probably. I could use her. It feels kind of pointless to use her, but with her cost being low, maybe it would even it out. This one I can't do. I could try it, but it's sure as hell going to be difficult. The boss isn't doing a lot to Kuroko. He can still be used here. I just feel like I would need UE40 for her just to feel like she would survive okay. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think she will. Probably didn't like change how the boss ended up looking for Lunatic. I feel like for Lunatic the boss could have even more HP. Okay, it's only 250. I mean, that's enough to be worried because that would require me to do one more rotation. Not too soon. Oh. Let's see. Well, Iris is gonna die. Enemies were wailing on the shield, so she probably won't survive the train. Without the shield being depleted, I wonder if they can even survive it though. I feel like I have to change my strategy for this one entirely. At least that's what I think. Dang, this is probably gonna be better. Oh, is it really on that side? Oh my goodness. Okay, it still survives it, actually. Let me just say how much damage I do to him. It's gonna be tough to keep Iris alive though. Okay. Oh shit. This is not ideal. Oh, this is not ideal. Oh, this is not ideal. Okay. Well, she survived this. No, she did not. So half HP is not enough to survive it on the shield. Okay. Well, it kind of sucks. She died like last second before this changed. That shield is here. This was time left. What the heck? This is the ladder in the front of the screen. What? I don't know. I can imagine that I run out of time. I can see it already. I feel like I'm gonna get probably, if I were to play this like perfectly, I probably would have like maybe 30 or 40 health bars left or something like that. I can kind of already see it given the amount of time that I have left, and I played the exact same way I just played. Yeah. It'd be a situation if I had Tracksuit Yuka, if I owned her, and then brought another artist, then it'd be possible for me to do Torment, probably. Probably, at that point. That would be the situation I would have to have, I think. I'm okay with this, obviously. Work my way up, so maybe next time I fight Guz, maybe I'll be able to do Torment, but there's no guarantee on that. It's crazy that he turns green. His eyes are still green though, but like, that just looks so weird. So, 57 million, given I had to do normal, I don't have as much as I probably could have had. I could have had like an extra ticket for total assault, well, let's say difficulty, I mean. Anyways, whoops. Thank you for doing that, mouse. Okay, I'm like here. That's the last practicing one? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Hey. 500, yes sir. Very nice. I might be able to do something with this right now, actually. I might check that. Looks nice so far on the Enigma, I guess. I'm still debating if I want to just wait till Sunsu Hanako to use it though, 'cause I have a feeling there's going to be a boss that's going to force me to use some of it. Just some of it. But I don't even think I'm strong enough for it. I was debating because when we did the last stream, it showed that in the Yuzu Trends website that Parora is running after Guz for Grand Assaults next time. So the Grand Assault for that sounds painful. And I know I'm not ready for that. Given that I've heard that you really want specific things for it, and I recall when I fought this boss last time in my only DPS when it was like Total Soul, it was Sakurako, because it was just blue. I remember it was a Total Soul last time I fought it, and it was not easy for me to beat it, of course, but the mechanic where you have the electricity and it bounces off all your students, does the least amount of damage to the one in the back, but most in the front. Kinda, I don't like that. I think that boss is going to be really hard for me to do on Grand Assault, because I don't really have teams prepared for it. Structurally, for blue, because I know you're going to still end up having blue, I'll be fine for blue. I think it showed that one is going to be elastic. That one's going to be rough. I don't even think I'm prepared for that in wholeheartedly. Just because whenever there's a boss that's, elastic armor, if there's a chance that Hikari can be used there, you're going to find yourself wanting it. I have a feeling I might need her for that. And if I do, I don't know how it's going to go because I don't have a good tank for that boss is the only problem. I don't have Natsu built. I had no plans to build her yet. I did not know what the heck she was good for when I first got her, because it was hard for me to use her when I tried to use her. So I eventually went and looked and found out that her chance to shine really is that type of boss. Then piercing was, I think, the last one that was set to be for Pararazula. And if it's piercing, wow, it's probably my second strongest David tip at the moment. I'm probably going to suffer in that one as well, because if the boss is Urban Warfare, you're gonna want Neru for that. I think it'll be fine. I know that in the Insane and Torment difficulty plus, the boss does mystic damage, so I might be okay in that regard. For one of the students, I hope that doesn't just die, but that's gonna have to be a discussion for another time. In any case, we've basically reached the end of the stream and whatnot, and I have more polls than I initially thought I would get back. Originally, I thought this week the next stream was going to be one of two things: either do hard missions or wait until just next patch to do it just before Fox Squad appears. And then, other than that, I thought later this week I would do the relationship story stream, and I'm like, if I can get here, then I think I'm gonna wait till I get Say and then do it. But it's going to hurt depending on who I get, because if I'm right, and what I was told that there's also Skullcon from the Code Box event coming up. Can't freaking wait for that, by the way. I'm a little bit worried. This bubble talk is gonna look like 50. And like I said before, I found my streams reaching 12 hours with over 44 or 45, around that amount it would be that. And the reason why that would be the case is because I would have more student relationship stories that would not be one and done. You can see here, always one and done Izumi, Michu, because they have their unique items, and Asuna. So these ones being one and done, it's not going to be the problem. It's when we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All of those are from start to finish. All of those is a lot. If I'm only getting 2 more students with Saya and School Karen, then it's going to suck if I can't do them all. I like to do them all on stream. But to add to that, it's going to be a bit worse depending on how the Saya pulls go. Like, if I get lucky or unluckily lucky, like how I kind of was, but I feel like I was more lucky unlucky with the how they can't pulls, but I pulled 3 3 stars, right? Within 200 pulls. So that type of situation, if that were to replicate itself, except the other two were like new students, that would add to that tally, making it more harder to reach. So I would end up having to do a stream where I have no breaks in between, because some of the streams I would try to take a break in between. I feel like I do need that, like around 8 hours in, I need it really badly. So I'm a little bit worried waiting for it, because right now would be the best time to really start doing it if I want to do it all in one stream. Every time I think about it like that, I'm just like, I don't want to wait to get Sales Live 2D, and that's the only reason why I'm doing this to myself. So with that, I might just, like I said before, by next patch, because it's probably gonna be the last stream for Archive till next patch being next week. I will probably, which of course next stream technically would be me pulling for Seiya and knowing that I have enough to guarantee her at worst. So the situation is going to be how many pulls we'll take together, how many other students will I get a Wild Hunt student, in general, it being, a situation where I hope I get new students. How many of that would end up being is going to be my worry. So I am a bit scared of that. I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it. Throughout this week, I don't know if I'll do another updates on like how I'm doing here. I could just simply wait till that next time and talk about it, because I know I can get this tonight right now if I really want to. Which I do want to, but I'm gonna wait before I do it. So, on other news, I had made a community post yesterday. Just randomly got on Bleach Bracelets because I was just curious about the banner going on, because I'm still subscribed to a channel that still covers the news for Bleach Bracelets, so I kind of know what's going on to some extent. I didn't look into it too much, but it really is different over there. There's a lot of things that changed. There's some other new system that they added that looks like it's for more limit break, kind of like what Blue Archive doing. The thing that Blue Archive does is something that Bleach Bracelets already has though, but they have something else now, so it's another system that gets stronger. It's interesting. The thing that changed that really got me though is that they have a guaranteed 5-star every step. That is like very insane to me. I did a lot of pulls on there that you don't know about. I also decided to get the tickets, but I probably shouldn't have done that as much, but I wanted to do that because I was very curious. But I think I pulled maybe something like 60-70 times. The amount of 5-stars I got in total, I think, was like 11, 12, something like that, with just like 6 temples. That's crazy. But yeah, they also had their own rebate system where you get something back for pulling the banner, but it's not like anything crazy in Bleach Versus. It has never been. That was never really something I cared about, to be fair. But now they have another form of it, because it updated as well, where it seems like something crazy is going on with Guild Quest. Made me want to get on my PS4 account, which is much more invested, to check it out. Because it seems like there is a lot more stuff going on there. That has like another shop with its own system. It almost reminds me of Nikkei when I look at it, but I'm not too sure if it's that exactly. Because I think it has time constraints compared to Nikkei, but I have to keep looking at it because it looks similar to it, where you get medals and you can use it to exchange for the character if you get enough of it, but you can only get it through pulling on the banner. It's like a token. Get enough tokens, then you can just grab the character out of the shop instead but it's not exactly like a spark system, unfortunately, because you need a fuck ton. And I'll be honest, in Bleach, to get the currency to pull on banners is it's a lot when you first start, but like you don't get a lot unless you're an in-game player. So it's it's not that easy. Not that easy to get a lot of the actual in-game currency like you can in Blue Archive. But if I have to be honest, how many pulls you actually need to be able to actually like guarantee the student or character through that game, it's something like 20 steps, 25 steps, somewhere close to that. Which 25 steps in the past would be enough to guarantee the character if you pulled that far, but it was never really a good system in that regard for that. By like 20 steps, it's like 200 pulls, something like that. But you don't usually get that much pulls to pull on a banner like that. Not even every patch, but like every 3 patches. It feels something like that. It's kind of like the problem I have with Genshin, where you know it looks more tolerable because the pretty shorter, but are smaller. But like you don't get enough pulls per patch to have a good chance at it. Sometimes in specific patches you can have a chance at it, like what's going on with Genshin with Sneznia's patch coming up. Speaking of that, they still have not mentioned whether the live stream is this freaking Friday or not. I'm wondering if they're making us wait till Wednesday. I haven't checked today, but it didn't appear yesterday. I was like, what the hell? When are they going to announce it? I still need to make the thumbnail for that. So, yeah, I haven't heard anything from that. On Genshin, there was an event that I did. I think I talked about it before, but I don't remember if I took a screenshot. I think I did take a screenshot just to make sure. I don't know if the event's gonna. Pretty sure the event's gonna be gone by the next time I stream Genshin. Surprisingly fun event. Not voiced, but it had named characters in it that we know of that are playable characters, which interesting, I guess. I'll probably talk a little bit more in detail about that in the next Genshin stream. For whatever reason, I made a few mistakes in the last stream. I don't know if it's always like that, but since I would go into the game without the launcher being used, the game would run worse. When I go into the game with the launcher, it kind of evens out enough that I don't have problems. I didn't have problems loading between areas the entire time, like it wouldn't reset itself, but it would just take a while to load through. It went back to how I usually remember it being. Now this was without OBS being open. I haven't tried it with OBS opened, but yeah. As another mention, just want to say again, yeah, that gotcha system, people, even though it's just a small handful that I would say that are arguing like against people that are arguing against like the sprite being removed. I get where they're coming from, but like those theoreticals are not gonna pertain to people that, you know, are struggling more. You're gonna find yourself wishing very badly that it would be exactly how statistics are, but they are not. So you're gonna find yourself in a situation that you think shouldn't be possible, but can be possible due to unknown odds, or you can say probabilities that exceed the amount, because you can go as far as possible to see the statistics for how a specific poll can end up going, for better or for worse, over time. But the problem with that is that it's still random, because, you know, it's still a 50-50. So, yeah. But, anyways, enough of that. Next, things going on. This week, I think, just before the 31st, I think the 31st is on Friday. And then Saturday the 1st, which that's going to be a problem. I thought about doing the Bleach Bracelet stream that day, but I realized that's a Genshin stream. So, that doesn't give me as much time to grind as I would hope. So I'm going to have to like grind later today on Bleach Bracelet if I want to do that stream, and stream Thursday this week. So I'll stream Thursday this week for Bleach Bracelets, but I have to prepare a thumbnail. I haven't done that yet. But I want to do that just for the fun of it while I go back to that game. maybe not right away, but I'll just do a random stream, just doing stuff that's happening on there. I think it'd be cool to just check it out. After that, of course, I still expect it's going to be the Guess Your Last Stream Friday for the excitement for Sendai's release coming up. Then Saturday is Imagine Theater because the 1st of next month is literally right there, which that sucks. Really sucks. So after that, for after this week, Tuesday next week, new update, but late at night, basically Monday night, going to Tuesday morning, we will be playing for Seiya. So that's going to be happening next week. Then that next following time, Tuesday in the afternoon, I will do the, I'm pretty sure Joy Fire Joe's coming up that exact day. Pretty sure. I can even check it, because I made sure to remember it's on the 4th of August. So, Joy Fire Joe stream. Then, Friday that same week next week, it will end up being, the cult box of that story. Cannot fucking wait. I already have like the thumbnail pre-made. Just saying. I just started preparing that. Then I have something else in the works. If Paragodzilla is indeed confirmed for Grand Assaults next time, then I probably should start preparing that. I haven't done it yet. I have everything prepared to start making the thumbnail though. So there's that. If that comes up, it's probably gonna be next following week, which is gonna get in the way of what is going on for Genshin, but I don't think it's gonna overlap too much. If I'm sure, it shouldn't. But gotta remember, we're in the second week for Genshin. The next week is the final full week, which is when next patch for Blue Archive starts, which is good for us. But the next following week, the beginning of next week, that next following week, we will have next patch update, which is going to be a big deal. I'm going to probably focus my week on Genshin for that. But I'll do Paragodzilla that week for Blue Archive at the very least. So I know what streams are basically coming up in that time. But before that Paragodzilla stream, I'm probably going to do, for next week, on Saturday, I forgot to mention Relationship Story Strip, I'll do the day after I do the Coat Bug story. I keep wondering when I should do the group story, but I think I'll just do it in a stream when I do the hard missions. I just think it's better to overlap it with that, because I could do a thumbnail that, you know, is appropriate for that. I think that's going to be nice. So I think that is about it. As things are, for artifacts, Blue Archive, like I said, I'm probably just gonna update on it as time goes on. Because the only student I'm willing to invest with the helmet and the watch right now is get a dress, and then maybe go down here to Stroko's swimsuit. And then save the rest of it, because it might be smart to start preparing for what is to come for Gehenna Fest. That's going to be fun. I can't wait for it. But I'm going into it with bated breath, because like it looks like they're probably not going to revert any sort of changes for the new gacha system. So there's a bit to panic about. This is going to reset, which I just remembered. Fucking damn it. I just realized I'm going to be over it. Dude, oh goodness gracious. I'm going to be over 50 on relationships. I'm going to be over 50 on Mobile Talks when this one appears. Because I'm going to be able to get Hiyori with just that amount. I'm not going to go over that, because I'm probably not going to build her ever, so I'll just grab her out of the with the you know, the system that you could just use to just make the students do there to exchange. Yeah, that's going to suck, man. Anyways, it looks like I can buy something right now. I should try to do that. Maybe I should start preparing Gehenna, huh? The thing that sucks is I still want to work on Just Aru, so that's going to be a focus. If I still don't get a Wild Hunt student throughout the next 2 poll sessions potentially that is coming up, then I guess I can focus lessons for Gehenna till max, and that's probably how I'm going to do it. But my mindset for needing a lot of like Gehenna mats, some people are like, say, you should save up like this amount because there's going to be 6 of them. We're not getting 6 of them. That's assuming we're getting 6 of them. We're not getting 6 of them. You might get like 2 at best or 3 at best. But that's just like, I'm looking at it from an average point of view. There's no guarantee we can get that, man. I'm not going to think about it like that. So, yeah. I could spend enough here to save some back. I need to do more trading, but I'll do that at another time. I can grab Morgana, but I'm wondering if I should check Just Arc. I still think I'm going to build her out before this ends. Speaking of that, I just realized maybe I could use my resources for her during this week of farming. Yeah, I might do that during this week of farming mats. For equipment. Might be worth it. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna definitely benefit me to do this. Probably that too, actually. I need more of those. That's kind of sucky that I need more of those, but that's not a big deal. I can wait before I do it, because they build up pretty fast over time. The only ones that don't is the gold ones. It's like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. The amount of Valkyrie mats I've gotten so far, if I could still get Nico, should be fine, but like, I'm not putting my hopes up for getting both of them. Usually I only pull for like 1 limited a lot of the time. I don't try for 2. Unless the pulls turn out a certain way where I want both. Fox Squad, I do tend to want both, but I don't know. Like the Yuzu arm pulls, I would have arm aiming. If they were limited, I would have definitely committed for that, by the way. But that's beside the point. Let's see. Let me check Just Aru before I decide to buy the Gehenna stuff. Because after I get Saya, I'm probably going to use some left back for her. She's 70? I think she was. There we go. This is not a problem for me to waste, actually. Problem is this, though. I could get that for Fire Joe, but that's about it. If it's only 8, that's actually not that bad. I can get enough of those. I want to max that so I can at least have her as an option. I don't know her being 6 is going to help her though. But this, ooh, I can get this to 7. I do think I'm going to commit to that. That's a waste. I hate that I did that. But it is what it is. This might be worth getting up. But I'm not going to focus it, but I will get it up. I know I wasted my resources on this. I found out from watching account reviews that this was not worth raising. I only did it because I just thought, or I should say, I like maxing out things. So if it's a case I end up wanting to max out one day and I do a little bit of this and that, then I'm going to commit to it. Well, this might be okay to raise, but I don't think it's worth getting to 10. I just don't think it is. So that leaves me with at least this and this. As things stand, I don't want to waste these willy-nilly just yet. So, with Joint Pharyngeal slowly coming up, it should be fine if I get these from there and then use it, but I have to like see the other students that want it, because unfortunately I have other students that really want this. But if I have to, then I can commit for this. Either way, I have to get like enough for 2 Gehenna students at the very least, so what's the waste of doing it for a 3rd? I don't know. It would be cool if I could do this, but I don't feel like doing this right now. So she's gonna still be on the lower end for a while on level. I have to wait till after save before I decide to do that. If Fox Squad appears, that's gonna be an interesting dilemma though. Because like if I get them, I feel like I'm gonna need to raise them, because whenever I'm pretty sure it's either the same patch or the patch right after. I don't remember when the heck they showed this crab loss. We are slowly getting close to that. So that is something to keep in mind as well. So for now, I'm probably not going to pick up any of these and rely on the lessons over time as we get closer to Fest for this. I will buy it when I get more of this. The more that I stay above 1000, I'll do it, because when this resets, then I'm going to use only a certain amount till the next total soul. But every time total soul returns, you end up having enough time to get enough. So I wonder if it's a waste to not actually buy this. I don't know. I will. I'm thinking about buying that or buying some of the tactical Blu-ray. The tactical Blu-ray I'd rather not buy though, unless I really have to. This I want to get enough to get to 60, so getting this wouldn't really hurt to do this. Just something I'm thinking about doing so, because I will pull for Substitute Haruka at the very least. But the Shubo toys, I'm either going to have to hope that I get really lucky, or at worst get somewhat unlucky, then it's fine, but any more is going to hurt. I could get enough for that. Well, I still have 2 more days left, so I'll probably end up buying a lot of stuff out of here before this resets. Should be fine. I need 2 more blues for 1 character, and then 14 for the other. I do think I should buy this slowly over time, because I do find myself taking longer to get enough of these compared to Technos. But since I can rely on lessons with the amount of time we have left before Fest, I can delay myself having to buy more, at least a little bit. At least a little bit, not a lot though. It's gonna suck if I wait too long. So, this is another thing. I will have to buy this, but I think I have to wait till after it resets before I buy it, because unless I get a lot or enough, there's a chance I'll still end up buying this. So, since I can do Insane every time, even though it's going to take a little bit to commit for it, that's fine. I can still do Insane, clear it, then I might actually want just a little bit, just because I want to see if I can. I do think it's possible, actually. That being said, we'll see if I get enough for this before this resets, guy. I do think I can. If I'm correct, I think I can. So if that's the case, I'll commit to it. I don't think that'd be that bad. The thing that sucks is that the Valkyrie ones, I won't be focusing that. I don't want to say at least anymore. I don't know. I don't find myself thinking I'm gonna need it unless I somehow get really lucky with Fox Squad. So if that happens, then shame on me, I guess. But I don't want to think that my luck is always perfect all the time. So far in this game, I've been feeling pretty lucky, and I do think that it's nice to say the least, but I always want to prepare for, you know, if I get a little unlucky. I'll still try for Frost Squad depending on how many pulls I get left. If I end up getting, say, within 100 pulls, I'm going to wait and see how close I get to the amount that I would need to get to 24,000 power soon, because I'd like to wait till after Frost Squad to do the hard missions, but I might have to do it before it, depending if I get enough, because if I get enough to spark, I'll give you more chances to roll and see if I can spark the other student type lead. This is only a situation I can do for now. In the future, I won't be able to do that. I'll just have to take an L on the 50-50. If I get enough for that, try it, can't do it, then I just skip, because I think going past a 50-50 with the new system, just want to say again, it is going to suck. It is going to be bad in some cases, because you're going to be actively punished for actually building pity in this game even more than like the other gacha games that have a 50-50 with the guarantee, because the guarantee could carry over. I don't know if the guarantee exactly carries over. The pity itself will carry over to its specific banner type, but it's not an overall universal one. If it was more universal, it would have been more tolerable, but yeah, I talked about this a lot, okay? Just remembered. I want to check this. Okay, she takes those. Oh god. I can't do it yet. I'll have to just simply wait. I don't want to just like willy-nilly raise a student though, obviously. Should wait till they're needed. But Paradzilla, if Paradzilla comes back and is indeed piercing, I'm probably going to end up using her most likely. I don't think there's anyone else I need to check, because sometimes I always end up forgetting something and I end up noticing it when I get back on later in the day. Which, I mean, I wish I could do this. She's one of the characters that I really want to max out her skills on right now. But I have to get the same resource that another student needs, and I mean, she wants the purple one, that's fine. Huh. Assuming that's still there. Extra fire jar, I'm gonna get more of those purples actually, now I think about it. I do plan on getting more of those purples this time, because I'm gonna make some furnishings, because I got some new things, but some of them I'm just gonna get rid of because I don't know if I'm gonna use them. Because I want to get the tea party set to get the thing I want to get from it. I wonder if it'd be enough though to craft more than one. I have to check again, but I wish I could do it on stream. I don't know if I could just wait before I put it in there. Maybe I will. I don't know yet. I want to show it though, at the very least. It's really convenient. I don't know when I'll work on special units for their equipment, because I don't think I'll be able to do it till like the triple drop. Like until it like the triple drop for normal missions, then I don't know. Definitely gonna need to see another roadmap for double drop, because I guess I'll have to keep an eye on the Twitter for that. But yeah. I hope that was everything. Maybe I should do the Gehenna mess though. For the purples, because those ones is going to be the most important to do right now. Okay. I stopped getting that. I don't think I'm going to go through all of it, even though I would have probably done this right now. If I do this now, we can see how much I'll have before this resets. So, I have 7 left here. What the hell? Okay. Let's prepare for Iroha swimsuit, because like I said, I'm definitely going for that. Looks like I could do this in conjunction. Oh, right, that takes 700, right? Is it this I was thinking about? No, that was not it. That was not it. What was it? It was for something specific. You know, I thought about using some of this, because I don't really want any of the characters that take the Elves for this. Like, the only one I would want is these two. But these two, I don't even think I'm going to use them even if I do it. This one, I genuinely do think getting cars would be nice to get. Chihiro's, I feel like I'm going to find myself needing her for like when HUD returns, because I've seen that JP has had HUD recently. That is going to suck. But maybe I should wait till I get spooked by her before I decide to just do that, because there's always a chance that I can get spooked by Katama Camp, or at least I want to hope that. But this is also something I could do. I definitely thought about doing. Facing 100 for that doesn't hurt. Six is 150. It doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound good either. That's the thing that sucks about it. Don't really want Avados, but why am I doing that though? Just to round it out. If I were to do anything more, it'd be something like this. But the Blu-rays feel worse to buy in this shop. $400 for that just doesn't feel worth it. I wouldn't mind doing 200 though. Most I'm willing to do though. Yeah, most I'm willing to do is like 200. To some extent, I think it's fine. I want to get 30 of this, but I have to wait. So, oh, that's Millennium. I was about to say, I was like, what? What do you mean? Oh, okay. If I'm perfectly honest, I think before this recess, I'm gonna have enough to do this. If I do, I'm probably gonna commit to get Just Arro's EX skill maxed out so that I can prepare to use her whenever I need to. I've seen people use her, and it's like I kind of see that benefit now after like seeing like gameplay of like bosses that could, you know, get a lot of the extra crit damage she gives. It's pretty good, so I'll probably likely do that. It does something I forgot what the 240 was. Was it just these I was thinking about? If it was, then it says 30, so probably not. Probably not. Most likely the Tech Note. 40 for 200 is like a steal, actually. Honestly, I'm probably going to buy both of them before this recess, because I'll have enough time to. I don't feel like that's worth buying at all, regardless of the cost. I'd say the blues probably aren't worth buying either, but I don't think it's bad to buy this out one time. This is still more important though. Because it sucks when you have to, like, when you run out of the gold ones, it really does suck. I'll buy it when, you know, I feel like I'm not going to go under 1,000. I'm going to just stay close to it. I have enough time. Where else are concerned, I'm just going to focus Maki. And once I get, like I say UE50 rather than having a UE50 out of 60, like people are usually doing it nowadays. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm just going to let her sit at UE50. I'm not going to go further than that because the investment is too much even if I get the elves for the resources from the scrimmage mats. I don't want to do that. But when I get to that point, I'm probably going to end up focusing Kotama, Chinatsu. Omori still feels worth raising despite the fact that I'm probably going to get Sunshi Hanukkah in the future and just never use this character again because that possibility will always exist. But, yeah, that's all I want to say. Yeah, dang, that's it. Oh, I have one more refresh. You know, I'm gonna wait till when I get on later to use it, because I'll be able to get like another close to 400 with this. I think it might bring me to 400 again, and I could do another 10 runs on another. Might be doing T9 again, probably. As this is concerned, I'm probably gonna get more expert permits than usual because I plan to refresh every day this week. I might only do this on double drop for normal missions. I think it's gonna be the only time I do this. I don't think it's worth it for everything else. Except for maybe like certain events. Some people say you should probably prepare for Cold Blast. I heard Cold Blast is a really good event that you want to farm. I'm gonna do that, but I'm not gonna refresh with my parts and because I have to save for Fox World. And I want to have more of an addition than not. So that's kind of the thing that sucks. At the very least, it makes me think I should get Seiya out of here. Because I will buy out of here eventually to get her to V40. So that is definitely a plan. I should do it for her as well. But man, getting 10 per month is a lot. That means in 12 months you'll get 120. But you know, it's going to hurt waiting a full year for that amount. But I think it's fine for where I'm currently at in my account. But it would feel a lot worse over time. That's when I feel like I'd end up using a Ligma, depending on how that makes me feel. I might buy another T7. I don't think I need to buy T6 because I'm about to get a lot of it. Farming T8 and T9, I can get a decent amount of T6. I can get T7 from T9 and T10, which means this will ultimately depend, but I just want to have that little extra, so I might buy this again before this resets. Maybe I should do this one though. I won't buy this time around. I'll wait till the next refresh for that. I might buy this, but buying this every time kind of feels bad to do. Even though I think this is worth it, genuinely. I'm at the point where it's gonna be nice to have this. I'm not gonna farm scrimmage as much, so I might find myself defaulting it, even on characters that, you know, don't want this as much. It's just nice to have. So yeah, if I do decide to get any other else out of here, it's gonna probably be between her and Seiya, because I now have enough to guarantee her. Makes it kind of sad, because part of me doesn't want to get sick. I have a very, very, very special thumbnail I made in the past, where I said, you know, if I get Seiya, then maybe I'll use that for next relationship story stream, with her included in it. Now, I'm just gonna be like, well, maybe if I get Nagisa, since she's limited, I will probably have to rely on getting Nagisa in the future to know whether or not I get any value out of that. But, yeah. Yeah, I might buy the titanium firing pin before this resets. I'm just kind of weary of whether or not I want to do that. I might buy this over time, but maybe I should wait till it resets before I think about doing that. But when it resets, I'm gonna want this. I mean, this would be pretty nice. I get like 40 of them. This gives me 20 million, which I'm desperately gonna need. So part of me is also tempted to just save this, but I kind of want to buy one more Elif at the very least, or the Titanium Fire can work together. I should have enough for either of them before this resets, after all. But I haven't made up my mind. We'll just have to see. Good luck on your runs with Gauze, if you're doing Gauze and are trying to go higher. Someone already bought my K, I can tell. Interesting. People that are worried about the system for the gacha chains, which feels kind of weird. It really does feel kind of weird, given even the pros and cons. It doesn't really feel like the new system is really in your favor if you are someone who, you know, wants and or has to pull for 2 characters. It's going to incentivize you to use more pulls, and in a way, a 50-50 system is there to make you want to pull more. It is there to psychologically put into your mind, if you lose the 50-50, you need to commit more. If you lose again, you have to commit more. But if you win it, you're gonna feel inclined to use like the extra tickets, and it's gonna suck, but it's gonna be good for pulling one character, but for pulling multiple it's going to hurt. If you get unlucky, it's gonna feel even worse. And I do genuinely believe that that the system as a whole is really not good for Blue Archive. In its current state, it just isn't. There's no safety net for it. It's weird to have that, because capture rates exist on Genshin Impact. You have capture rates. You have a set probability of a specific proc, or you could call a spook in that game, where you have a chance to rewrite a 50-50 that would be a potential loss, and it would be a guarantee. Instead, on a 50-50, it would be a guarantee instead. And that situation is unique, because you could get 2 guarantees, so you could plan around that. You can't really do that with this system. You're going to be gambling more than actually planning more, because you don't know the odds of you getting something. You just know that it's a 50-50. But a 50-50 still is a guarantee. You have an equal chance, as equal as it is to not get something, you have an equal chance of getting something. So if you get unlucky, just know that you had an equal chance to actually gain something from it. And it kind of sucks, to say the least, because people are not going to realize this till when they start pulling unlimited banners, and they either get lucky way too late and would have to commit for the second student, or they win just before the 50-50, then the pity just resets before you can even try the 50-50. That's a situation no one talks about either. That is like, well, the next pull could have been a 50-50, but since you got the feature unit before the 50-50, it still just resets. Kind of sucky, because that could have been a situation where you could have tried the 50-50 on another banner if you could do that, but no. Yeah, there's a lot I could say about it. I could literally ramble about this for like 2 hours, because I was really deep in thought after making the post talking about the live stream, being excited for the panel and swimsuits, and hearing about that. I want to see more people's interpretations. What did they see from it? How did they decide to see the pros and cons, and what actually makes it worth using in the game? Because my conclusion, no matter what, it's just not good for the game the way it currently is. It doesn't have a safety net. You're going to say that it does because you have a guarantee, and the gameplay is not going to change much towards like the goal of pulling at 200. But the result will be, it depends on your luck. More so than actually, okay, now I have this, now I can commit to this to get the other student, instead of feeling like, oh, well, I don't have that guarantee now. It's a gamble. You lose the first 50-50, get the guarantee, the next 50-50 is a gamble. If you lose that, you're probably going to go to 400 due to how odds are kind of stacked against you in a 50-50 system. Now that being said, you could theoretically just get them to tempo right after the 50-50 loss, and then you don't really lose much from it. But anything past like 130 after the first 50-50 loss, it's going to hurt, because you're going to go from something that otherwise could have probably been possible within 200, now is a lot unlikely to happen, and you may be spending more than 200 and you just don't realize it yet. Well, at least for standard banner characters, actually doing 100 won't feel like a waste of time or just a gamble in that one, because you can plan around that gamble. But you can't plan around a gamble on a fest. You gotta finish what you started. You really shouldn't let that sit, which means you're gonna be incentivized to pull more on a fest banner, and it's gonna feel worse. You get unlucky there. Limited, it's gonna be even worse, because some people say theoretically it should be fine, but no. Whatever she's tell you, no. It will only benefit you if you pull for one. You pull for both. In the events that you get luckily unlucky, it may punish you if you're trying to save for another banner, because we have other banners to pull on, not just one. Anyways, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next stream, I'm gonna start preparing the thumbnail later today, so you might see a scheduled stream for it. I do kind of want to do a Bleach Racial stream. I do genuinely want to do that. I'm not doing this as a distraction of sorts. I just was curious because the 11th anniversary going on there is about to end in a few days for the first part of it, which is just the main banner. And I thought, you know what, let me see what's going on over there. Now that I've done it, I gotta commit, because it looks different. I want to do a stream on that, so I may not be going back to that game though. Just a heads up. There's a higher likely chance I'm gonna start a Nikkei playthrough later this year than that. I still haven't tried ZZ yet, but I'm waiting until after things calm down with Genshin, because like for real, we're about to go through like a big pace, because the beginning of its new region is going to have a big pace of things, which is going to get in the way of the Blue Archive stuff, but at least for next patch, it won't. Next week is a dead patch, or dead week, which goes to this patch has been kind of dead for Genshin. Still 2 weeks for it left. For Blue Archive, the next patch is after this week. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Note to like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so we know if the video goes up, all that good stuff. And yeah, take care. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and all that good stuff. I hope that for y'all that are discouraged about this banner post session going on for I like how the mouse is freaking out right now. Thank God I did that. That would have annoyed the hell out of me. Yeah, for this 50-50 set that's going to be put in the game, it's going to be worse for global. I already said this before, but it's going to be nice when targeting a specific student. It's going to be worse for targeting multiple, and the way that global is hastening the banner lineups, it's going to feel a lot worse on global than it is on JP. No one's really talking about that either. It's not going to be good for a 50-50 system. While there's benefits, there is the cons that don't weigh out the pros enough. It's just very niche specific things that you can get from it. But if I haven't said it for myself, it doesn't affect me right now, the way that I play the game. But Could feel worse for others. And I can see and know, because I've played with a 50-50 system for over 5 years, to know whatever probabilities and sheets tell you, whatever statistics tell you, it does not matter. It does not matter how much you want to say it is. I don't care how smart you think you are, and if you are, yeah. It does not matter. It's a 50-50 with a equal chance. Probabilities could say you can get this or that, but you can just theoretically get hoed really badly. And continue to get hoed really badly because there's no safety net. So, I'm waiting to see when a story like that comes up. Because it will eventually come up. It will. That's the thing that sucks about it. Anyways, sorry about rambling. I just feel like I have a lot to say. Anyways, what time is it? 4 o'clock? Yeah. Expect a community post later today if there's anything going on with Genshin, or tomorrow. Eventually, they're gonna announce this if they haven't yet. So I'll be checking that later. So, schedule stream going up when I actually make those. As for Blue Archive, there won't really be a scheduled stream showing on my YouTube channel for a while, because gotta wait till I get a certain amount of polls for Saya, so you won't see that till like next week Monday. Haha. Yeah. There's a lot to prepare for. I guess I could prepare a scheduled stream that I know is guaranteed this upcoming weekend for Saturday at the very least. But at least though I'm gonna have a scheduled stream for Bleach Brave Souls, so I guess there's that to show. Anyways, that's enough. Thank you for watching. My name is Take a moment, and I will catch you guys